Hey, folks, welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out SaaS Review Edition. I am your host, Dustin House. Spreading that good word about affiliate. And with me today is Joe for Complily. Welcome to the Nerdatorium, Joe.
Thank you for having me, Dustin. Hello, everyone.
Awesome. Joe, tell us about who you are and who you serve out there.
Sure. So my name is Joe Campanella. I am the CEO of Complily. We are an AI-powered compliance platform that reviews marketing and sales content as well as affiliate content for FTC compliance. We are serving founders and business owners. Our former digital publishing company, unfortunately, endured an 18-month investigation with the FTC. And so what happened to us, our mission is to make sure that it doesn't happen to others out there, other founders, other business owners. And that's really what birthed Complily and our business and what we're doing.
Excellent. And today we're going to be talking about affiliate compliance management. And when I was at ASW, the hottest tool out there on the market was Complily. I heard from so many veterans in the industry that are using your tool existingly or have been testing it out, and it's hot right now. So from my own experience personally, my first job in this industry was working compliance at CJ, and that was 15 plus years ago. And so this is a topic near and dear to my heart. And affiliate compliance is usually ignored until something actually breaks. So do you see that this is a pretty consistent basis out there in the affiliate space?
Well, for starters, thank you very much for those kind words, Dustin. We really appreciate that. And we had an amazing experience at ASW and met a lot of great folks. And to answer your question, yes, unfortunately, compliance is a lot of times something that gets pushed to the side. It's pushed to the side as it can't happen to us, very similar to maybe homeowners insurance or auto insurance, where people think, I don't necessarily need it. But then when the catastrophe hits or flood insurance, you're glad that you have it. And so unfortunately, that does happen quite a bit where when you talk about compliance, people are aware of it and they know it's an issue, but I think it's kind of the hear no evil, see no evil situation. They don't want to know or talk about it. And they feel like if I don't talk about compliance, then maybe I'm okay. And the reality is, especially the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, I mean, they are using AI to actively go out and crawl the web and review marketing and sales content for companies. And so what we're trying to do is help, in particular, companies and brands, protecting them from non-compliant affiliates. It's one thing to manage your own internal content. It's another to actually try and manage whether it's hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of affiliates and what they're saying about your brand or your company on the web. That is a very daunting task. And so that's the problem that we've come in with our ACM platform that we're trying to solve is how can you effectively monitor what your affiliates are saying about yourself, your company, your brand. And it's not a manual process, but it is something that is automated and that you can review and make sure you're protecting yourself, and B, you're not wasting a ton of time trying to go through that process.
Absolutely. Nobody's got time to be going out there and manually doing this. So Affiliate Nerd Out is all about finding the tools that are going to help affiliate managers and program managers be better at their job. And this fits right into that bucket. So when you're thinking about like common pain points that Complily solving, when it comes to affiliate compliance and management of that, what are you seeing out there as like a common pain point?
I think the biggest thing, well, if I could say this first, I think a lot of companies, most companies do a very good job of vetting their affiliates ahead of time. Everyone is vetting those affiliates before they get started. Where I think there is a lag is really the ongoing monitoring of what their affiliates are doing because it's a daunting task. And so to answer your question, I think that really what's the most challenging part for an affiliate manager is it's the time to manually go out and look at, let's say if you have even a couple hundred affiliates, that's a very time consuming process to manually go to the social accounts, see what they're posting online. That's assuming you can even find everything that they're posting online. So just the hours alone that affiliate managers are saving by using our tool that's the biggest game changer, right? Is number one. Number two, it's the automations that we have set up in terms of if a violation is found or there's copy that's found that is not compliant or not compliant. The automations we have set up where an affiliate can get an automated email with a predetermined email script that the company can actually create an email template based on a number of different factors. We can send on behalf of the company the affiliate will receive an actual PDF report that shows all the potential warnings and FTC violations in the content, what the FTC violation or warning is, why it's a violation, and what they need to do to remedy it. So that's really the two biggest pieces are the time saving and also really the automations. And then thirdly, obviously the protection, making sure that your company or brand is being protected. Because at the end of the day, it's not what the affiliates are saying. It's ultimately the affiliates are an extension of the brand or the company. They're an extension of their marketing or sales team. And it is the brand or company that is ultimately held responsible. So if you have affiliates out there just saying things that are non-compliant, that can really get you into trouble.
100%. So let's take some time and take a look at the tool here, and then we'll come back for a few more questions.
Hello, everyone. Joe Campanella here with Complily. I am extremely excited to share with you our affiliate compliance management platform. ACM was created to help brands and companies monitor what their affiliates are saying about them on the web. Most companies, unfortunately, they don't realize that they're on the hook ultimately for what the affiliate says about them. Affiliates are essentially an extension of a company's marketing and sales arms. So what they say ultimately, even though it's the affiliate saying it, what they're promoting about your brand, at the end of the day, it ultimately comes back to the brand, and that is the brand's responsibility for what the affiliate is saying. And so what we did is we created this platform. It's pretty simple to do. All you need to do is upload your affiliates directly into the platform. So if I go in here to brand management, you can upload a list of your affiliates. You can go through this process where you can insert your brand name, your primary website, your YouTube channel, TikTok channel. You have the ability to add custom keywords or phrases about your brand that'll help you to further identify the affiliates. Each affiliate will have a referring URL, so you'll be able to also add that in there to monitor what they're saying and doing on the web. And so if I go to the dashboard, once that list of your affiliates is uploaded, you'll have the ability, again, the software and the platform is going to proactively crawl the web for your specific affiliates. It's going to review their content, their YouTube videos, their websites, their sales pages for FTC compliance. And it's going to identify any potential warnings or violations. So you can see the alerts. You can see the trends over time. You'll be able to monitor the original score the affiliate received and compare it against the current score. And so if I go right here into the Alert Center, you can see this gives you the ability to monitor your affiliates. You can type in to find specific affiliates. You have the ability, by the way, this is a demo account, so all this information in here is fictitious. But if I click on this demo affiliate right here, this will take me to the affiliate profile. It'll show any track pages or links for that specific affiliate. It'll show the violation history and what has been scanned. So for instance, if I go into this particular piece of content, you're going to see it's got a compliance score. You can see 44 out of 100. That is not good. That's bad. We have a lot of violations here. So for instance, I scroll down here, anything identified in red as a violation, only 5 spots remaining today. Well, that is actually false scarcity, and that is a violation in accordance with the FTC. Our revolutionary system guarantees results. That's an express performance claim. The FTC does not allow that. So again, this is going to identify very quickly what's happening and what the affiliate is saying. You can see the rest of the violations down here. And so you as a company or brand have the ability to email that affiliate directly. You can create a bunch of predetermined templates. So you have the ability to come in here and create specific templates. You can send or one-touch directly and email the affiliate. You also can include this PDF report that's going to be generated. So once a piece of content is scanned on the web for the affiliate, this PDF report will be generated. So you can either one-touch them here, or if you go into brand management, you can come here and you can set up automation. So you have the ability to come in here and set the frequency. Do you want them to be scanned and monitored weekly, every 2 weeks, or monthly? Do you want to send automatic email notifications? So as soon as a warning or a violation is triggered by an affiliate, they automatically get an email. You can choose to include this PDF report I showed you earlier. You can include it or you cannot include it. You also have the ability to select that email template. You can set predetermined templates. And then lastly, you can exclude certain affiliates. If you know that you've got your top 5 affiliates that don't need to really be looked at and you can one-touch them, you can actually exclude them. So we've tried to make this platform as simple as possible. Again, I think most companies, they do take the time to vet their affiliates, but most companies, unfortunately, they don't take the time to continually monitor what their affiliates are doing on a monthly basis. And I feel that is extremely important to do, especially at the end of the day when the brand of the company is ultimately responsible for what they're saying. So I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you found it helpful. I would encourage you to book a demo with our team so you can find out more about how ACM and our affiliate compliance management platform can help you in your business. Thank you.
All right, awesome, Joe. When people hear the word affiliate compliance, like disclosures and cleanup comes to be a common response to that or what it is. Now, how does real affiliate compliance management go beyond that for you guys?
Yes. So for us, it's really about the FTC compliance. It's one thing to make sure, hey, our affiliate links being tracked correctly? Is an affiliate trying to game the system? But what really can get you sued, whether it's by the FTC or any other regulatory agency, is what's actually being said. And the FTC has said, but it's not necessarily what you're saying, it's the intent of what you're saying. So if the affiliate in this particular case is providing some sort of option or they're giving some sort of belief that by buying your product, they can make money online or they could generate X amount of dollars in revenue. There's intent there, and that's an earnings claim. It's a potential earnings claim. And the FTC has clearly said, hey, that's a violation. You are potentially misleading consumers by saying things like, maybe health and wellness space, and you have a particular product and you say, our product will reduce wrinkles by 22%. And the FTC says, what's the intent behind that? Because are you linking to an FDA study or your own independent study that actually can back up the claim that your product or service can reduce wrinkles by 22%? Because if you can't, that's an issue and that's an FTC violation. And you need to substantiate that claim. And so that's where our technology can come out. Our AI powered technology will be able to find those potential issues. And maybe it's something as simple as a misleading term. And I can tell you, just working with the FTC, they don't like certain terms like step-by-step or easy. Not to say that it's a violation, but that is something that they look for. Those are trigger words. And if you're using step-by-step in your marketing and saying things like, we've created a process that's a step-by-step process that's so easy, even a 5-year-old can follow, that's going to get you into trouble. Step-by-step isn't going to get you into trouble, but by following it up with what I said, that's a violation. And with software being able to identify that trigger word or these potential trigger words, that's making sure that you as a company or a brand, you're trying to mitigate your risk, right? Ultimately, that's what you're trying to do. You can never fully, as a business owner, completely remove risk. But by using a tool like Complily, you'll be able to mitigate your risk significantly.
Excellent. And I feel like the FTC disclosures are become exponentially harder to monitor as your program gets bigger and bigger. So affiliate managers, it's never a bad time to start thinking about monitoring this to save your program. Is there a sweet spot for companies that you're working with that you see is like you have to be this big to start working with your product?
So that's a tricky question, Dustin, and here's why. Because the FTC, they can do a 3-year look back. So what ends up happening is, let's say you just started as a company, you've got a health and wellness company, or you have a coach consulting program, and you're doing less than $1 million a year or $500,000 a year. Well, the reality is, as you scale and grow, it gets tougher and tougher to manage and monitor what you're doing, what your affiliates are doing or saying about you. But if the FTC catches wind of something, or if you're marketing in a non-compliant way, or your affiliates are, well, the FTC now starts investigating you. They can now do a look back to 3 years. So maybe when you were only doing $500,000 a year and thinking, I'm under the radar, the FTC isn't looking at us. Well, they can find you and go back 3 years. So the reality is the best time to start is now. And that really is the truth. We've seen the FTC go after small mom and pop companies and sue them for $22,000. We've seen them go after $100 million companies and anywhere in between. So, the reality is you want to make sure that you're marketing in a compliant way. You want to make sure that your product, your services, you're not misleading consumers. And some of it is just awareness. The FTC, they're very nebulous in terms of what is, not black and white like tax code. You can say this, you can't say that. So the sooner that you have a compliance, I would say, program in place, whether that includes internal documentation, a tool like what we offer for ACM to monitor affiliates, in my opinion, the sooner the better, because all it takes is one non-compliant ad to get you into trouble. And you can end up paying millions of dollars in fines, millions of dollars in legal fees. And coming from the digital publishing company where we ended up getting fined by the FTC and investigated, I can tell you it was multiple millions of dollars that we spent in fines and legal fees, and not to mention the time involved in shutting down the business for a period of time. So my advice is the sooner you can get started with compliance, the better, and make sure you're protected.
Agreed. Nobody needs that headache. When we're talking about a brand getting started with you guys, what's the onboarding look like with Complily?
Yeah, so onboarding is very simple with us. So essentially what would happen is someone would take a look at our demo, they speak to one of our sales representatives and say, hey, this is something that we need. We're usually getting people onboarded within a week, where their team will go through that process. We get agreements signed, we get you set up with your subscription. And then what I typically like to do is have companies set up an initial onboarding call with whoever's going to be using the platform. And then usually there is a follow-up, usually a couple of weeks after that, after they've had some time to use the platform. That's usually when questions will arise, specific questions. There's usually a follow-up. And then there's a touch point usually once a month. And maybe that touch point is just an email. Sometimes it's actually a phone call. We are not attorneys, of course, but we have a lot of background in FTC compliance because of what our company went through. And so we do provide and can answer specific questions a lot of times if companies have those. But from an onboarding perspective, companies are onboarded within a week of signing an agreement. They're using their platform. It takes probably about a half hour or so, 15 minutes to 20, maybe 25 minutes to set up the account. And then once the account is set up, the platform does all the work. In 24 to 48 hours, it will go out there, proactively crawl the web. It'll start looking at the social media accounts. So Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and it's going to specifically be identifying what your affiliates are saying about your brand or company, whether there's an affiliate referring URL, specific keyword terms that are specific to the company or brand. So we are looking at paid ads as well to make sure that affiliates are not bidding on trademark or keyword terms. And after about 24 to 48 hours is when the alert center gets populated for the company. And so it's a pretty quick and easy process. And then from there, it's basically just monitoring on a 24/7 basis.
Excellent. Awesome, Joe. Thanks so much for your time. If you are looking to check out Complily, hit this QR code here in the setting. There's a link in the description, or go to dustinhouse.com/Complily and set up a demo for your brand today. Joe, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Good luck out there, everyone.
All right, folks, keep on recruiting, and we'll see you out there. Listening to Affiliate Nerd Out.